So I was out here this morning pulling a couple of weeds here out of the pathway and just remembered I never got this guy out and to pot up. This is a juniper. Welcome to Frugal Family Gardens. My name is Julie and summer has flown by. We are stepping into fall. Let me show you what I've been up to in the garden. Volunteer from nearby juniper trees. There's lots of those in our area, lots in Utah, because they're I'm almost certain they're native. I see them in the mountains all the time. And it used to be that I would get volunteers of them over here when we had the tree. There would always be one or two under the tree, and I have used them in my yard. For instance, there's one right there that when it gets a little bigger, it's going to be a topiary. We're going to keep it small. Otherwise I wouldn't have it, right there by our porch. We've learned our lesson about the power of tree roots. And if it does get to where it's, too much, I will pull it and trim the roots. I know that is a possibility. It's not something I've ever done, but it will be one of the many experiments that we do here on the Frugal Family Gardens. So wish me luck. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and gently pull this guy out. This is also another area where I have gotten them before, here at these little rock walls. I know I've had one over there, or maybe it was over here, but anyway, I'm gonna take him, pot him up, and then eventually he'll end up somewhere in the yard. Yeah, like I said, I do have a couple of them that have been successfully growing in the ground that came from little volunteers like this. And look who came to see what I was up to. Gatita, preciosa, Anelita, regalita del cielo. Buenos días, buenos días, buenos días. ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Estás jugando? Oh, my precious, my love. Anyway, she came to see what mommy was up to. And, yeah. Gatita. Hola, gatita. ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué tienes? Oh, te amo, y te amo, y te amo. Okay, anyway, she's so distracting. I gotta do this. I just moved a couple of little tiny pebbles out of the way and very gently, sorry, it's like not wanting to focus. Let's try this. There we go. Gently eased it out, and now we will go and put it in some soil, water it really well, and keep it moist for a few days. Kitty! Kitty! And we're gonna have another free juniper. Got it started in this little pot. Going to add some soil. I did make sure to cover the roots, and I'm gonna bury it all the way up to the greenery. Give it lots of support. I've done really well with volunteers. We've talked about how I'm not amazing at cuttings, but volunteers, I've done really well. So hopefully that holds true with this little juniper. And we will take it inside and keep it in there till it gets established. I will have it in a sunny window or under the grow lights. And in a couple of months, we'll see how long it takes, but a couple of months we will repot it into something bigger and then eventually find a place for it in the yard. More exciting news. We finally have a tomato turning. Hallelujah. We do have a bunch of tomatoes. They're just taking their very slow, sweet time. We will not have enough for bottling, unfortunately. It had been my goal and my hope to be able to do that this year, but that has not been the case. So we will just be grateful for the tomatoes that we have and for how well they have grown in pots. So I would call this a success, this experiment, especially now that I actually have a red tomato. Let's just hope we get more. I am out here late morning. The sun is not over the lightning tree yet, so for the next hour, it should be perfect out here. Just absolutely delightful. Oh, sadness, our sweet pea bloom is done. I hope that we get some more. It looks like there's some trying right there. Yeah. Sweet peas. And then I know I've shown you guys this, but isn't that gorgeous? And these are volunteers from last year, reseeded itself and is fabulous. Actually, let's see. No, there's two different plants. One that I planted of this plant, and then also the volunteer. And then together, oh, they are fabulous. Just fabulous. The hen and chicks are done with their blooms. I have started cutting some of them, but I still need to do this one and that one right there. It's just, I really enjoy them. They're so much fun, and the, you know, the kind of shape and everything that they add to the garden. I think I'm going to leave these two. The ones that are like drooping over, I have been trimming them because they're just like hanging. But these are still pretty stout, pretty solid. But these are still pretty solid, so we'll leave them alone. I have learned a lot in this gardening season this year, where I had my foot injured and then had to have surgery and everything. This place has really been my sanity, my sanctuary, and I've been able to put a lot of time and energy into this garden. And it's doing things that it's never done before, things that I had decided were impossible. They weren't impossible. Just needed to do the right things and take care of them for all of this to happen. The one good thing to come out of the disasters this year, you know, specifically my physical medical disasters, this garden here. I've also been able to pay a lot more attention and put time into the garden in front too. Now, granted, I have not at all done anything in the back, in the new shade garden, under the lightning tree, or back in the Wonderland. Nothing at all. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on this amazingness and this amazingness. Oh, my kitty. She loves the garden, maybe even more than me. I don't know. Kitty. Kitty. Gatita. Preciosa. ¿Qué buscas? ¿Eh? ¿Qué buscas, gatita? You looking for grasshoppers? Yeah, go find them. Go get them. And snails, too. Please get the snails. I'm over here kneeling down on my dumpster salvaged pad, pulling weeds, and who comes to hang out? Again. She explored what I was doing, gave her approval, and now she's resting. Bindweed. The only way to get rid of it is to start a garden brand new, to smother the bindweed, give it a few years, and then dig up the garden and start over. But once it is already established and in an established working garden, the only way is to just keep pulling it. Try to get as much of the roots as you can, knowing you never will get all of it. You won't. That's the cruel, awful reality. I've made progress. There are definitely still more in there, but I'm trying to listen to my body. Cat is out here reminding me, Fernicus, that I need to listen to my body, not overdo it. Really, I just want to get that last little bit. It's really not that much. Julie, listen to your body. Okay, here's the deal. I will get that last little bit and not worry right now about there or there. I think that's a fair deal. This way, at least, it's not choking these pumpkin plants. I pulled up a chair. I decided I needed to sit and rest for a little bit. Yeah, look at me trying to be responsible and smart about my recovery. jungle cat is on the hunt. Oh, to be so agile.